I've got tj.gale. He's one of our trusted and favorite local lenders here in the North Alabama area. And TJ's with American Pacific Mortgage. TJ, welcome.
Hey, welcome. Thank you, Ben.
Yes, yeah. Thanks for your time. Thanks for joining us. And we like to have fellow vendors on here that know the market and they know their business well. And so I know you have some things to share today that are important both for buyers and sellers, maybe a little more indirectly for sellers, because you're going to be talking about the lending world and what's important to buyers right now in terms of getting a mortgage and different facets of that. So first topic that I'd like to hear from you about is just where you see rates going in the near future. Where are they at right now? Let's start there.
So the national average right now is somewhere between, 7.5%, depending on the lender you talk to. We're seeing stuff, right around 7.25%. You can see with the lending world, people will put out their crazy teaser rates, extra buy down, rates to kind of grab people's attention. But as a general rule, I follow multiple different things that kind of take into account, buy down and all of those factors. And the average is, right there, close to 7.25%. We will see, a lot of the question I get the most right now is, when are we going to see that kind of come down? And, that's what we are looking at right now as lenders. And there's kind of 3 dates that are the target dates we're looking at on the immediate time frame. The 2 of them are actually in the next 2 weeks. So March 10th and March 14th, we're expected to get some national data, both friendly job reports to target unemployment. And then the other one on the 14th is going to be the inflation report. The Fed uses a lot of things to help them monitor inflation. One of them is CPI. The CPI, which is Consumer Price Index, that kind of gives them a barometer of, what people are spending their money on. And shelter or housing usually is about 33% of that. And May 10th is the other date that we're going to see some big changes in that CPI number. So a lot of lenders out there are targeting specifically May 10th and that report, that data, to really see that turn and hopefully see some stuff pushed down. Mid 5% range would kind of be what I would believe is the target for most people. Again, nobody has the crystal ball, so to speak, but that would be what I would expect by the end of the year.
That's great. That's great news. What about just demand? What are you seeing in housing demand right now, and supply and all that?
Well, the MBS Highway, which is one of the sources we use to kind of get some of our data, they monitor things like projected housing. They monitor things like building permits in certain areas and counties. And Madison County has not seen this for years, but it's projecting that we're going to have a new construction surplus this year. That, I'm sure to you as, someone that represents buyers and sellers, that's kind of a really big alert to how the market could trend or what could happen for, when you're taking a buyer out, and then also what your sellers have to look for as far as listing competition. And those are big things to kind of keep in mind as you're looking at listing homes.
Yeah. So, and I can vouch for what you just said. I have noticed builders, especially new construction, builders offering incentives to buyers, and that's more so at the higher price points. And for our area, a higher price point is 500 and up. Builders are offering incentives like rate buy downs and in some cases even realtor bonuses to bring your buyers to their communities and sell their homes. And so, in contrast, um, those homes on the market under that price point, I would say 400 and below, are still in demand. And
Yeah.
so the rate increase over the last several months has forced the buyers that were maybe at 500, 600 before, now they're maybe down to 3 and 400.
Yeah, I think you
So
see that funnel effect, right? Now you're putting
yeah,
all of the buyers in the one category.
that's
And,
right.
I think that kind of leads to one of the other numbers that I've been kind of talking about with people. A lot of people are wondering when is it time to buy? Um, the appreciation projection still shows that by the end of the year, Madison County could be up 3% year over year on
Yeah,
appreciation. And I think that's probably where we're seeing that funnel and help keeping those, I call them mid home prices kind of very stable. And, hopefully that is the case and it ends up working out that way. Is
yeah,
that kind of what you're thinking as well?
yeah. I do. I do. Now, if these rates come down, like you're telling us, things could change a little bit, just depending on how much they come down. But that's all good news. It's good information. It's good data, and it's legitimate stuff for buyers and sellers right now, because some people have their homes on the market and they're wondering where are all the buyers that we saw at the last, where's the bidding war on my house?
Yeah. Yeah. And to
It's,
that point, we've actually got some really cool things I'll just touch on real quick. Um, the HUD, they're trying to make things, their mission is to create affordable housing. And what they've
yeah,
done recently is they've actually decreased the mortgage insurance premium
yep,
requirement for
yeah,
FHA borrowers. So this is going to make more and more people in the position that they can buy a home than we've had in the last little while. They're trying to create some
right,
opportunities for people. And, for that, $260,000 loan, those people now can save $800 a year. And for the top
yes,
end, the 460,000 loan amount, those families are saving 1,400 or more a year on their cost to own a home. So this is, there
yeah,
are some really great news and things out there for people.
good. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that with us, and for sharing your time as well. It's valuable and we appreciate it.
Hey, this is awesome, valuable information. I hope people kind of see it as something that you're adding back to the community, back to the market, some education factors, and then also a way to get to know you, and some of your vendors. So thank you, Ben.
Yeah, you're welcome. And TJ, if you don't mind, send me some of the links to the data that you've presented in this, and I'll make sure it gets tagged along with your contact information and business. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thanks again. And thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate it and would love to be your source of all things real estate information. Thanks.